Hi, my name is Casey Samson from the Casey Samson Team, and I want to take a moment to talk about the first 10 days. Statistics show that a home that sells in its first 10 days, and I will show that to you, sell for a higher price per square foot than homes that sell after 30, 60, 90, 120 days. So it's important for us to make sure that we have a home prepared correctly, priced correctly, marketed correctly, and we do a predictive analysis before we launch the listing so we know we're going to be successful in that first 10 days. After you get to 30, 40, 60, 80 days, it's going to be a lot tougher job. So my job is to help sellers get our job, our team. If I ever say I, it's a mistake. I have the greatest team ever assembled. So if I say I, it's a mistake. I mean we. But we're trying to accomplish this first 10 days. That's when the action is. That's when the highest price comes in. That's when the most contracts come in. That's when the sellers have the most leverage. That's when we get home inspections removed, appraisals removed, financing contingencies removed. We get backup contracts. This is the safest position for a seller to be in. So, I want to take a minute to go over that because some agents will come in and go, hey, it's not important. You don't want to give your house away. Let's put it on for a higher price. That is what you want to hear. That is true. That is false. That is not a true statement. By leaving your house on the market, by overpricing it, you are going to get hurt. So, and I've seen plenty of people do that. So I want to avoid that and try and show you why it's important to get that home sold in the first 10 days. So here we go. Okay, there's 4 pillars to making sure we get this thing sold in the first 10 days. But first, let's find out why is it we want to get this sold in the first 10 days. So let's go to our chart. This is today's buyers. Our buyers are ready, willing, able, waiting. They are what we call the perfect buyers. They're looking for that house in that neighborhood, in that school district for that price, that size. So they've probably put in a few contracts and lost. So these are your most educated buyers. They're sitting there waiting for your home. They are going to pay the highest price. They find the most value in your house. So what happens is they come out of the gate, and right as we start marketing it, here they come. Now that fades over time, but these are your perfect buyers. Make no mistake, these first 40, 50, 60 buyers, they are your perfect buyers. So we're trying to make sure that we're ready for them. They are who we're waiting, they're who the ones they're going to pay that top dollar. Now, as proof, one of the markets we work in is Vienna. So it's just a standard normal market, pretty consistent. And what I asked was, give me the price per square foot that people pay if the homes are on for 1 to 10 days. So the homes that sold between 1 and 10 days, that's their price per square foot. An average, $331 a square foot. So when a home goes on the market on this line and sells for 30 to 60 days, what kind of price per square foot do they get on average? 301. So we're basically looking at a 10% reduction in value or price paid over that first 30 to 60 days. So this is not where we want to be. I want to keep my clients in the purple. I want you in the purple. So we want to get our houses ready, willing, and able for these buyers that are our perfect buyers coming out of the gate. I rip my hair out when I see this line down here that when homes are on from 91 to 120 days, to be honest with you, I just don't think there's any excuse for that. We're going to give some reasons why, but it upsets me to see it because I know that sellers are going through hell having their house on the market too long, and I know they're losing money. Money's too valuable to lose. So let's look at one reason why people overprice their house. Well, you have the internet where you can go on, put your house in, it'll tell you what your house is worth. Well, they're only accurate 10% of the time. Now, let's look. The realtors are looking at RPR. That's Realtor Property Resource. So when I list a house, I take the pricing of what they say it's worth, all of them, Realtor.com, Zillow, HomeSnap, Redfin. I do it on every house. And I find out how often were you guys right on your pricing? Again, less than 10% on average. So if 74 out of 72 of our houses sold, and they sold an average of 14 days, and they sold for 101.5%, I'm going to go ahead and say that the way we price houses is the accurate way to do it and is more reliable or more what I call authenticated than these sites. And when we go through the pricing, you'll understand, you'll see how I do it and the mistakes that they make. But the bottom line is in 2020, which is a very tough year, but it was one of the best sellers years going. So let's keep that in mind. This was a great sellers year. Okay. So 97% of our homes sold, 90% of our homes sold in the first 30 days, 78 sold in the first 10 days, what I call the most important time frame of this listing. For whatever, whether it was the pricing or staging or marketing or predictive analysis, whatever it was, the bottom line was that it worked. And 78% of the homes went. Now, most of my homes, even though we do from Arlington to Percival, I do a lot of business in the Vienna area, $51 million last year. Most of that is over $1 million. So let's look and see if that success rate translates into the rest of the industry, the rest of the market. If you look down here, only 51% of the homes over $1 million sold in 2020. They were listed in 2020 and sold. So that is a terrible percentage. 50% is not a good percentage, especially in a seller's market. If you look over 1.3 million, well, only 40% of them sold. So 6 out of 10 homes failed to sell. If you look at how many sold in the first 30 days, you have 28% for over $1 million. You have 17% over 1.3 million. Why is that? They're overpriced. A realtor will come in, promise you a bigger price. You really want that price, and you list it and you find out that that was not the price. So only 17% of the homes sell in 30 days, 28% sell in 30 days over $1 million. And when we look at the golden time period, only 1 out of 5 homes over $1 million sold in that first 10-day period, and only 12% sold in the first 10 days if you're over 1.3 million. These are very disappointing numbers for the rest of the industry. Very happy for our clients. I will tell you that the next 4 videos on how we price them, what the market conditions are, how we prepare the home, how we market the home, and how we do a predictive analysis will tell you exactly how we produce this kind of track record. So we hope to see you within the next couple days. Enjoy the other videos.